It's gummo time, baby. It's Christmas and it's gummo time.
I know. It smells like pussy. You want it? It smells like the asshole. And motherfucker! Smells like wetback dick.
The movie is Gummo by Harmony Korine. What is this movie? It's hard to describe this movie. It's really just a collage of scenes that Harmony Korine thought up in his little fucked up head and put it all together with one little through line of these two boys that hunt cats and for money because they're poor, and then just try to enjoy their life as best they can, which includes huffing glue and I don't fucking know, milkshakes. What really brings this movie together is all the different people, right? So I can't really sit here and describe to you this movie from start to finish, what kind of goes on, what the vibe is, because there's no real plot. I would have to describe to you all these little weird scenes with all these different people, and I'm going to try to do a little bit of that. So first things first, if you haven't seen this is like the most simultaneously disturbing and inspiring movie that I think I've seen in recent years. Let's talk about some scenes, okay? A lot of people like the bunny boy thing because he's at the beginning. Sorry. The bunny boy is like this mute kid, and he just is aesthetically cool. Obviously, there's a lot of that in this movie. Chloe Sevigny did the costume design as well, I believe. So, there's just like this quirky, interesting kind of 80s vibe that a lot of these people are wearing. But the bunny boy obviously is an exception. He has sort of like weird half print 80s shorts on, but he has like the hat. But he's a mute kid, right? There's a scene where he walks in and there's these two younger boys with like fake guns and like vests on and cowboy hats and shit. And they're in a dump area. And they're just playing with trash and whatever. And then he comes up and they're like, "Fuck you, dude, fuck you." Start shooting him with the fake guns. And then the bunny boy like pretends to fall and die and then like just keeps laying there. And the kids are like calling him slurs and like shooting him. He's like, "Yeah, fuck you, bitch." And the bunny boy just lays there and then they get bored. They go, "Oh yeah, fuck him, we're going to leave." And then they leave. And that's just the scene. You know what I mean?
I wonder if he's dead. Hate fucking rabbits.
Another famous scene is when Solomon at the end of the movie is sitting in the tub. First of all, the tub is disgusting. This whole movie is kind of gross, like in like the cleanest sense of the word. So he gets in this disgusting blue tub, which looks cool, but the water is all brown and murky. And so he's sitting in there. He's supposed to be cleaning himself. He's like starts putting in shampoo and shit. And then his mom comes in, comes in with like a tray that can go in the tub, and it's got this is his choice of tub food, okay? For his mother's choice and his choice. Like, this makes no damn sense. He's got spaghetti, number one. Number two, he's got milk. Spaghetti and milk. Who the fuck eats that? And why are you eating it out of a tub? No sense. And then finally, these two little black boys, like all dapper, come up to the door. They're like, "What up? We're selling candy." Da, da, da. And the mom's like, "All right, I'll buy you one." $1, buys a Crunch Bar, quick little transaction, brings the Crunch Bar to him in the tub, and he's sitting there, and she's like, "For dessert," gives it to him, and then he's just chowing, mouthful of milk, fucking Crunch Bar, chowing in the tub. It's like falling out of his mouth into the water. It's really gross, but it's really fascinating. There's a piece of fucking bacon taped to the wall. What is that? I have no idea, but this is why this movie is interesting, because it does things that you've never seen before with interesting characters and interesting environments that you're like, how did they think of this? There's another scene where the girls are trying to find their cat, because their cat, I guess, is missing, right? This is the intro to the scene, right? It comes in, and immediately you hear two deaf people fighting. You know what I mean? I might not do it here right now, but you probably know what that sounds like, right? They're yelling kind of gibberish, but they're signing super fast, like in an angry fucking way, like, oh, I kind of did it, but, and, if you haven't seen deaf people arguing, it's like, oh, fascinating. I've never just seen that, and then it's that coming in on a bowling alley, so everyone around them has to listen to it, which is just kind of funny. And then it turns, and then it's the girls eating, and that translates into a whole scene about this guy who picks them up and tries to molest them.
What are you doing? Why are you trying to touch her coochie?
Do anything?
Pervert!
Just give me some.
Touch her coochie!
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
man.
coochie! Touch her coochie!
Come on, just give me a little.
What is that? I don't know, but guess what? It's inspiring, because who thinks of this, right? So all this happens. All this is to say, this movie is pretty awesome. I would recommend you guys watching it, and it's beautiful. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there's another scene, right? Listen, this scene starts. This might be one of my favorite scenes. Solomon is in his kitchen. He pulls out a bunch of utensils, like forks and spoons and stuff, starts wrapping it in tape, like that yellow tape, you know, from like school. I feel like we never had that at home. I don't know why, but school always had this yellow tape. And he's wrapping them up, and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is this? And then walks downstairs, right? Goes down downstairs, and he has both of them in his hands, goes down, and then turns on a fucking, Celine Dion song or some shit. He's using them as weights. He's trying to work out. This little scrawny kid has these utensils, and he starts lifting them. And then his mom comes downstairs right after, starts talking to him about how his dad died, and she's like, I miss him, blah, 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 blah. I forget which one comes first, but she takes out a gun at some point and starts fucking around with him. I don't know if it's a toy gun or a real gun, but it doesn't have ammo, obviously. And she's like putting it up against his head, like threatening him, like semi-jokingly. I don't know what's going on. And then goes and finds his dad's big-ass, like size 16 shoes, but they're tap shoes. This, like, how do you think of this? Finds these big-ass tap shoes. She puts them on, starts clacking around with these big-ass shoes. And then he's sitting there working out simultaneously to this music, right? Working out with these damn utensils. She's clacking around. And then just finishes up, and that's the end of the scene. What just happened? That's what you're like, what? But then you also simultaneously you're thinking, that was genius. I don't know what just happened, but that was genius. Who could have collected these things together, made this scene? I don't know, but Harmony Korine did it. Ultimately, what I'm going to say is I really liked this movie. One of the most inspiring movies I've seen. I don't know about, how good it really is, but it inspired me to want to go out and think of things that haven't been done before, do some art that, might be unique to me. I would recommend seeing this, definitely. If any of you guys haven't seen it, I don't think it is streaming anywhere. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm sure you could buy it somewhere. But also Criterion sells it. I think there's like 50% off right now in December, as you can see, the Christmas tree. And yeah, if you guys have any other movies that are weird, interesting, I really like dark movies or like taboo style movies, let me know in the comments section. And if you can do anything extremely individual in your life that is artistic, that is something to be proud of, and I commend Harmony Korine, even though he's doing some weird, shady shit now with Edgelord, which seems to be maybe funded by overseas things, but we won't get involved in that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this movie yourself, if you haven't seen it, or if you have seen it. And if you haven't seen it, go see it and let me know in the comments. And then also let me know if there's any other movies that are of the same ilk or anything in general that you'd like me to check out. Thank you very much. Mwah.